Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab, in the rain, early morning, where I do what I do for you. This lesson's part two. I got you. You know the deal. Let's go. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. The message in the story for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in receiving them. I appreciate the number looking good. Let's get busy. Right Thinkers' mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinkers' way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. I'm on a mission, and that's my mission that all right thinkers know thyself. So, in order for that to happen, I have to do the things that you need to done so that you can do just that. Know thyself. So, I'm here daily to give you those lessons, aka rightisms. Let's go. Life lessons. Know thyself is what we come here to do as a right thinker. Know thyself is a form of living and understanding through the lessons that you're receiving from me. So I ask, do you know you? Just knowing you. Knowing you means knowing you. When I get done teaching you, then you will know you. Trust me. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know, spiritually asleep. It's okay. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to do just that. Wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to Mayat, be true. Right thinkers, let's talk about one of the problems with society. I'm just saying, this is part two from the initiatic education. So this is what I'm trying to let you know. This is one of the problems. Let's go. One of the main problems, there you go, in society is the relative lack of interest in what? The scriptures, whether it be biblical, Judean, Islamic. We as a society has become not interested in scripture. It's starting to lose its luster, so to speak. Then, secondly, this is my favorite, the relatively small number of what? Authentic spiritual preceptors that's available to what? Teach those who are interested. I'm not talking about your mega preachers. Mm-mm. I'm not talking about your motivational speakers. I'm talking about your sages, your saints, your gurus who do it for the purpose of the people. That's a big difference. I'm not here for your money. Okay, I appreciate the donate and sell my merchandise, but I'm teaching. I tell you, the lessons are free. The merchandise is to help me. So understand that. So let's get to the lesson. Many people, watch this. This is one of the problem, but watch this is why I'm trying to. I hear everybody talking about the problem. I've been hearing about the problem for 60 years or more now. When are we gonna start solving the problem? That's the mission that I'm on. I'm a problem solver. What? Give the people what they need. Knowledge of self. All the other stuff, I can take care of. I'm the politician. So no, I'm not a nutritionist. No, I'm a teacher. So that's what I do. That's my part that I play. That's my role. I'm playing mine. I'm doing my job. So moving on. Just want to make sure you know what I do for you and why. Many people do not find spirituality attractive. Yeah, because why? They feel they would lose out on life if they became seriously involved by spending time studying and meditating and being a good person. Really? Okay, that's the state we're in as a society. Others see what? The prospect of spirituality as what? Man, it's a little too much for me. I don't understand none of that stuff y'all talking. Hmm. Ignorance, ignorance, and more ignorance. That's our main problem. But now it gets worse because we compound the ignorance with more ignorance. Get back to the lesson. Get over there. Stop. Get off the soapbox. Just teach. Sorry about that. Now, the purpose of an authentic spiritual preceptor is not someone who is just advanced on the spiritual path or even just someone who have reached fully enlightened state. And it's a lot of y'all going out there. There's a lot of us out there. But a guru, sage isn't what? In the Upanishads, excuse me. Now, the Upanishads took this serious. Why? Because a guru, according to Upanishad teachings of the Indian Upanishads, sense of the word, this is their definition. A guru is someone who is spiritually enlightened and who is well versed in what the scriptural teachings and methods of training right thinkers, aspirants, according to what their level of understanding. I'm gonna put a pin right there for a second. When I started teaching in Patterson, I didn't know the level of my students. I come out the box. I teach at the college level. I know that. So I bring it down to maybe high school level. So it got better. But when I took it down, listen, no rag on nobody. When I put it down to fourth grade level, they ate it up. I'm just saying again, that's how far we are off of knowing who we are at a level where they can grasp the concept. I'm teaching you from, I tell you, from the cradle to the grave. I can take you from pre-K to PhD with knowledge and understanding of yourself. Moving on. So therefore, what's this? Here we go. A lot of these guys, where they at? According to, okay, I'm going to deal with you on a level where I can make my lessons clear to you. I don't want to talk over your head. So I had to break it down. I consistently break it down, but I come here, I don't do too much breaking. Now in classroom environment, yeah, here, no breaks. I'm doing what I do. So therefore, as a counselor or of yoga, must first achieve. You must achieve a high degree of understanding in your own personal spiritual emancipation, since the subtleties of the mind must be well understood. A lot of us think they got it. A lot of us get a little bit, oh, they swear they got something. Just because it makes sense to them and it taps into their to what they already subjective mind. So they like that part. They think they got something. But soon they find out, watch this. The teacher, you must be able to be a refuge. If you come to me with a question, I'm going to answer it. If you come to me for some help, I'm going to help you. That's what I do. Why? Because it's for you. Watch this. You must be a refuge for who? For all people. All you, my students, have an extensive, and you must have an extensive knowledge of what your teachings pertaining to what his or her level of attainment. I'm a master. And enthusiastically, you should pursue all forms of yoga. The term guru, here we go, means one who enlightens or imparts spiritual wisdom and eradicates ignorance, helping others be their best selves. That's the understanding of a sage and a guru. That's what I do. I tell you, it's all for you. The title don't mean nothing. It's what you do. If you fit the title, then that's who you are and that's what you do. Moving on. Every true mystical tradition, be it, watch this, every true mystical tradition, yoga philosophy, be it religious or non-religious, here you go, what requires a traditional link, because the initiatic teachings given to those who become what? Initiated into the tradition. If you're Mason, you'll be introduced to Masonry. Knights of Pythias, Knights of Columbus, everybody, church, everybody has ritual. Everybody have initiatic concept to bring you into the fold. And into any tradition, it needs the what? The benefit of a preceptor who what? Have received what? The teachings from what? A previous initiated teacher. So you're being grandfathered in. Why? Because I got it from my father, he got it from his father, I'm getting it to my son. That's the concept. And why is this? So you were previously initiated and teacher and has what? Correctly. There's a problem right there. A lot of stuff y'all don't do correct. So with correct understanding of the teachings, Now you can teach it. But if you don't have correct understanding, you can't live it and you sure can't teach it correctly. Otherwise, watch this. It would be as an Eastern parable. Here we go. I like this phrase. I'm waiting to get to this. Watch this. This is good. Otherwise, it would be like Eastern parable explaining, like a blind person trying to explain to a other blind person what the world looks like, simply using what? Imagination and wit. That's all you got. You can't see. He can't see. So you got to try to communicate with him with imagination and wit by giving him some information that he can use in his mind to see. But yeah, blind leading the blind ain't never good. There are other intellectuals who what? Who come to believe, what's this? Here you go, another part. Y'all so-called smart people. I get it. I understand it. Okay, so they good. I can believe that they have what? Attained enlightenment. I done heard a few sessions. I know that brother taught that stuff. I know all that stuff. Okay, but watch this. Because they read scripture or listen to the teachers, okay. However, here we go. Upon tested, yeah, where I come from, you can't run off at the mouth about what you can do, how good you are. Without somebody trying you, so that wasn't good. And if you did that, you can back it up. Moving on. When I was coming up, commercial. If you say you did this, you had to show you did that. Now you can say anything you want. I ain't got to prove nothing. That's crazy to me, but that's where we are. But watch this. For all those who think they got something, and then when upon being tested in the world of what? Human experience, reality we call it. That's what human experience is. Deal with it. In the complexes of what? Sufferings of life resurface. Now, watch this. Thus, a need for a comprehensive program of spiritual development is necessary to promote what? Real and abiding transformation in the human heart. When you think you got something, I'm good, I'm good. And then you deal with adversity and you freak out. No, you really didn't get it. See? But as long as you can say you got it, as long as you can profess to have it, but when tested, you fail. So you really don't have it. In the beginning, the yogic teachers helps the individual personally to somehow turn what? Their anguish and disappointment and pain experienced as a what? A result of interaction with the world into a desire to what? Rise above it. When you get tired of being tired, man, yeah, now you want to do something. Get up off your rusty dusty and find somebody to help you. Simple. Find a teacher, find an instructor. I didn't do this on my own. I went and got somebody to teach me 35 years ago. Sorry. And as symbolized by what? The lotus flower rising out of the muddy waters. I gave that lesson about the lotus. It grows in the stinkiest, funkiest place, but it rises, opens up pure when the sun come out. That's what they think is the possession of God. It truly rose. When the sun go down, it goes down. Okay, it's a beautiful concept. So after you see a bunch of pictures of lotus flower, but I also know the tidbit. They sniff lotus like y'all sniff cocaine. Everybody got lotus up to their face. Okay, moving on. It smelled good. Moving on. But to this end of a series, watch this. Now, this is the end of a series in techniques and disciplines that have been developed over what? You ready? Thousands of years. I told you, right? Think of philosophy ain't minds. I learned and mastered it, Maya philosophy, Shitaneta, Smatwawi. These are all philosophical concepts of our ancient ancestors that I learned and mastered and put my little tweak to it. It still works. I know that for a fact. I use it. Moving on. Let me get to the rest of it. I'm about done. See, I got this. Okay, I got a little time. But we getting to the personal assessment. I'm getting you there. All right. But you got the yoga counselor needs to what? Help the seeker. If you come here, you seeking, my job is to give you that, to restructure what and channel those negative energies which rise from what disappointment in life and the frustrations into what a healthy dispatching of the world and its entanglements. I'm going to separate you from all the nonsense by letting you go inside yourself, evaluate yourself, assess yourself, and better and improve yourself on a day-to-day basis. That's a process of life. That's the human experience. The human experience is life. The mystical experience is recognizing the key to life. Hello. And you have to have what? You become a spiritual aspirant. You're looking for spiritual information, and you have to do what? Put forth self effort. Anything dealing with self improvement, you have to put the work in. Self effort to what? And your effort is directed at sustaining a variable personal spiritual program, meaning daily you're going to do certain things. Okay? They call it Sahana in India, but guess what we call it? Shiti. Sheti, aka Shita Netta. Shiti is the study of it. So when you practice Shiti, you're practicing Shita Netta, aka the Maya philosophy. And watch this. In the Shita Netta, bam, system of yoga from where? Ancient Egypt or Egyptian yoga mystery system. There were 3 levels of aspirants. Sonic order, 3 levels. Okay, so that number 3 is important at certain points in time. But at the 3rd level, you should have reached a certain level of understanding and self mastery. His Master Mason called himself a Master Mason at the 3rd degree. They're really not Master Masons. That's not, but they give you the illusion. This word right here, the people in charge, the powers that be, they love to give illusions. They play that game and they just play it on 85% of the ignorant people, and they just know it's gonna work. Why? Because they don't know no better. If you're ignorant, you can be played on the street. The game will play or be played. So if you are here, you who I love you, you being played. If you hear somebody tell I love you, you know you playing them. Why? Because you don't love them. See, that's the name of the game, an illusion. But you want to appear like you do. That's what's full of with this physical world right here, full of that. So the first level is we call y'all aspirants. Sonic order becoming entrepreneurs. That means you coming in to learn. Same thing. Watch this. Aspiration. Student who are being instructed. Right there. You're being instructed, so you got to learn. If somebody's instructing, you should be learning. If you ain't the one instructing, you should be the one learning. On a probationary status and have not yet experienced what? Inner vision. You have no idea what you're about to embark on if you come into the spiritual realm. Why? That's why you come in here. You come to find out. So you come to learn. And the important factor at this level is what? You just awakening to your spiritual self. Who am I? That's your spiritual self. Now you're talking. And that is what? You becoming conscious of what? The divine presence that's within oneself and also the universe by having faith that there is a spiritual essence where beyond the ordinary human understanding. This body is something underneath here. Okay? That's the spirit that's inside the body. So you realize that. So now you want to learn how to control it, how to figure it out. Next thing, you're striving, or what you call them, fellowcraft. You're craving. You want more knowledge of what? Self. That's what I got for you. Let's go. Students who have attained what? A inner vision. And have received what? A glimpse of cosmic consciousness. Something's starting to become different to you. You're starting to feel a little different about yourself. Starting to make that change. Personal, transpersonal change within yourself. You're transforming within yourself. Watch this. The important factor at this level, 2nd level, is the what? The purgation of the self. Letting go, flushing out all that nonsense that wasn't doing you no good. Don't tell me, oh, I want to give up that. It ain't serving you. Get rid of it. If something causing you pain, and doctor said, Doc, I go to the doctor. I said, Doc, it hurt every time I do that. He said, don't do that. So if it hurts you to do it, don't do it. Moving on. If it don't help you, don't do it. If it ain't beneficial to you, don't do it. When you purge yourself, that is what? Now you're purified. That's the purification of what? Your mind. You're starting to become open-minded to what? New things. Why? Because the old wasn't working. You need some help. Don't come to the teacher and tell the teacher how to teach you. Come to teacher to learn. Moving on. Mind and body through what? Spiritual. You ready? Discipline. I live for spiritual discipline. I listen to my higher self. Why? Doing what's right is what's divine. And if you have ill thoughts and bad thoughts, hidden agendas, that's not going to work. Why? He wants purification of the heart. That means good thoughts, divine and pure thoughts. Stop thinking. Get out your lower nature. Okay, get your mind out the gutter. We got all them phrases to say certain things. Nobody understand what they really mean, but they're there for a reason, and a lot of us don't know them. Moving on. So you, the aspirant, you're trying to totally surrender your personal identity, which is what? You ready? Your ego. Your ego to what? The divine inner self, which is your universal self that's involved in all creation, aka God. I tell you, the ego self is edged God out. It don't know God. You had to become conscious and put him in check. Why? Because he shouldn't be running the show. Your lower nature shouldn't be dictating how you live. Most of us do, and you don't get past that level. Moving on. The final call is called established in what? Your knowledge of understanding of who you are and what you should be doing. Established students who have what? Become identified with or united with what? God, the important factor at this level. You ready? Illumination. Illuminati. Illumination means you have knowledge and you're shining from the inside with knowledge of self. The Illuminatis, they know a whole lot more than average person, so they get to play the illusionary game with everybody. Okay, they're the puppet masters. Moving on. When you at this level, you are illumination. That means you have intellect. That is, you have experience and appreciation for what? The divine presence during reflection and meditation. When I go into that mode, I'm talking to God. Y'all, most people just talk to God when they need something, when they're in prayer. I talk to God for advice. I talk to God for guidance. That's what I do when I talk to God. A lot of people just pray. I meditate. I reflect on myself. And you had that union with what? Your divine self. That's called the divine marriage. Heart, mind, coherence of what? You, the individual, what? Your universe. Becoming one with your higher self is the name of the game. Now, that's the third degree. But in Masonic order, he has some more levels. But third degree will get you to survive, and that's fine, they do. But in order to better understand, in order to have a better understanding of what initiation is, you must look into the distant past in order to discover its purpose and the use. The original path. They didn't say make something up new. They said go into the distant path and you will learn. So this right now is time to get your pencil and paper out. Right, thinkers? Quick lesson. We're going to do a personal assessment. Okay? I'm going to get through it. Hopefully, pretty much not too fast, but hopefully you get to understand it. Okay? Before proceeding, we in the book. Now, I'm taking through the book. Before proceeding in the book any further, here you go. It is important that what? That you now assess yourself after establishing, aspiring, striving, and establishing. Now you take an assessment. Now you assessment yourself. And so that you may what? You may begin to what? Now self-reflect on what? Your current status. Oh, I used to do this. I used to be that. No, no, no. What you doing now? Okay. So your current status in terms of what? Your position in life as well as your spiritual evolution. If you go to church for 40 years and you still ignorant as the day you went in, you ain't learned nothing. You're just going through the motion. You're just going through ritual. You just like the ritual. You just love with going to church and have people see you in church and all that good stuff. And if you ain't a better person, you just wasting your time. Moving on. So answering these following questions and keep them for your own record. This is personal. A personal assessment. This is for you. Get your pencil and paper. They will serve, watch me, they will serve you how? By helping you to understand what you feel at the present time and what directions you want your life to be taken. Have control. Be the chief and destiny of your destiny. Know where you're going, know what you're doing, and more important, know how to get there. I'm just your GPS. I'm pointing in the right direction. You gotta put forth the effort. You ready? First one is 10 of them. 10's over, my man George Carlin said. Now, 10 commandments. You didn't really need 10, but 10 just sound more authentic. You couldn't have 11 commandments. What the hell, 11 commandments? You couldn't do nine commandments. So 10 just sound authentic. There's 10 commandments. So I just joke. All right, here you go. First one, number one. How would you describe your knowledge of religion and philosophy? These are questions you should ask yourself. Only you have the answer for yourself. This is how you know thyself. Number two, what? Okay, number one, just in case I went too fast. How would you describe your knowledge of religion and philosophy? Question mark. Number 2. Just write them down. You ain't got to answer them right now. Just write them down. You ready? Number 2. What do you see as the greatest obstacle to your happiness and fulfillment in life? I got the answer for that one already, but it's up to you. Okay. I assess me too all the time. So I have a problem with that. Okay. What do you see? Number 3, excuse me. Number 3. What do you see as the most important need that you have? It's a little interesting, don't it? It should. Number 4. What is your current or previous religious affiliation or faith? You ready? Number 5. We halfway home. We're almost there. Stay with me. I know what I'm doing. What role do you feel religion or spirituality plays in your life? And you notice they're splitting up religion and spirituality, don't you? They're not the same thing. That's why they're splitting them up. Hope you're understanding that. If not, I'm trying to help you along the way. It ain't just about religion. Number 6. Have you had any previous yoga instructions? Simple answer. And the other part to that is, if so, if yes, where and what was it that you experienced and what did you learn? Again, personal assessment. Number 7. Have you received any advanced religious instruction? You attend seminary, you go to college to get further education to understand the Bible that y'all professing as preachers, okay? If you just think you can pick up the Bible and start breaking it down because of what you think it is and how you feel about it, that ain't advanced religious instruction. Moving on. Number 8. How do you see your life? Bam. How do you see your life? Ready? Quick. Number 9. Almost home. What do you think of your own potential to succeed in life? What do you think of yourself? Some of us think of ourselves as losers, so you're going to be a loser. You are what and who you think you are. And all you got to do is believe it and have the faith that you can make it happen. All those things are tangible, things that you can control. Okay? Number 10, you ready? Last one. If you could, what would you like to do with your life? Now, these are all questions that, as a right thinker and as an initiate in the concept of right thinking philosophy, these are things that you need to assess yourself for, what? To better yourself, to see and understand where you're weak at, where you're strong at, what you need to do for you. That's what this assessment is all about. When somebody else is assessing you, they're going to give you their opinion and all that. Now, but when you're assessing you, none of that's involved. Be honest, be truthful with yourself, and that's how you get to know thyself. The right thinkers, I gave that lesson about the bees. I'm not going to listen to that. I'm not doing that. I'm about to say a joke. I'm going to leave that out. Right thinker, hope you enjoyed the lesson. Again, in closing, may you all be right thinkers live to be 100 and me 100 minus a day. So I never know that right thinkers like you have passed away. I'll be back. I got more.